ever have a feeling of putting pressure on yourself, I think I need to have a lot more figured out before I speak here, even though I have posted a lot of times now. I think I keep pressuring myself to post, or when I take a break from it and come back again, I feel like I need to do it more often, and my energy levels are very weird. And I feel like when I show up, I should have something to say instead of just rambling. And I think I keep waiting to have more things figured out. I hope to be done with all the exhaustion and illness, fatigue. I think inside my head I hope to overcome it and then be able to tell about how I did it so I can help others, because this really sucks. It just sucks. It makes me really sad to be exhausted most of the time, and that my physical abilities, they just plummet. But at the same time, it has taught me to stay with myself when everything feels like chaos inside, and where before I tried to physically run from my problems, running or training, working out, trying to outrun the, I want to say bad feelings, but they're not necessarily bad. I just didn't know how to cope with them. I've gotten better, but there's still times where I want to run from my body, from this life that sometimes I don't really feel like I'm actually living, more just surviving. Because just making breakfast for myself, standing while doing it, that's hard sometimes. And for someone who at some point in my life could lift more than my own body weight and walk or run 7 kilometers without thinking much of it. It's just it's a great loss. And I think my emotions, they fluctuate as much as my energy levels. And I'm better at handling everything when my energy is higher. I think that is how most people feel. But when I have these periods of time with more energy, I think somehow every time I hope that it stays that way. This year, the beginning of 2026, I felt better. I didn't do much, but not doing much usually means I recharge a bit more and I painted more, and I had a month and a half where I would categorize it as good. Still a lot worse than normal people's normal. People with normal health and what is normal even. But yeah. And then I've got a month with very low energy, but not as much sadness as usual or as earlier in my life. But I think I don't really know what to talk about exactly, because I don't even understand what's going on in my own life. And I get really sad talking about the tough parts, and I haven't really gone that much into detail. But at the same time, I'm so proud of myself because I'm still here. And I'm still trying, and finding a lot of the childish joy that I had when I was a child, and being in that kind of energy, that's magical. It's amazing. And I also think life is about actually being in these kind of dualities. And I'm getting to practice that a lot. And my family and I have started talking about what we're grateful for each day. I live with my parents, and yeah, I guess there's some shame about it still, even though there's also a lot of gratitude for me to be able to stay with them, for them being there for me, taking care of me when I can't. Yeah. Be there for me or take care of myself fully. That I need help, and they help me. That's nice. I'm grateful that I'm in a place where I'm safe. I'm grateful that I paint a lot more. I'm grateful for feeling joy. I'm grateful that I can better sit with the sadness and the uncomfortable feelings, sensations, that I can sit with the darkness when it's there, that it doesn't bring me all the way down. I'm grateful that I've become a better friend to myself. Don't know if I've become a better friend to my friends. I'm working on it. But I'm grateful that most of them are still there. And that they show up, and that they accept me for who I am now. I think sometimes they accept me more than I accept myself. Because I really I really wish that I could do more than I can. Working on accepting more of myself, and that's kind of happening in circles or spirals. It's a little bit forward and then backwards and then forwards and backwards, but I'm thinking it's somehow it's going up. Even in the moment sometimes it feels like it's going down, but yeah, I guess that's also part of life. I feel like I have to have something to say when I film these videos, even though I just keep rambling. And I hope you get something out of it. I think somehow it helps me reflect, helps me put words to how I'm feeling, what's going on. thing somehow. I hope it helps others. If you're sitting in some kind of chaos and everything is going up and down and left and right, and you don't know where you are or what exactly you're moving towards, that's okay. That even though it can be so very painful to sit with the sadness or the grief or anger, all the emotions that might have been labeled as bad, that if we don't feel those, then we end out numbing out the joy and happiness and gratitude and love and all the feelings that make life worth living.